EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
The kickoff for Atlanta.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The throw over the middle, taken in. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, Carson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Complete.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 51 yards. First and goal. A good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now it's Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. The 9-yard line. Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
48-yard line.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Now a first down carry, it's Hill. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. Check 56. Watch twist. Got it. 56. Check. 56. Mike.
Now Ryan. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Touchdown, Falcons! Brian Hill, 43 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
Seahawks.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Wilson will throw again. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Jason Myers.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Falcons 7. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance, it's run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Switch. Shift. 58. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 28. 25. Check 25.
On the ground, this is Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. 56 the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
54, Tom. 56. Mike, 56.
Here's Ryan. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, express. Jump.
Here's Hill. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Yo. 57. 57's Mike.
They'll run. This is Hill. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
57's the Mike. 57.
Here's Ryan. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Hill. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for only a couple. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a toss play. It's Carson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this is away, it's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Smith, his first carry, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch 36 to Mike.
A give to Smith out of the gun, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
8-yard line.
On the carry, it's Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
I got you.
Wait!
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check the outs. Get out.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And a short gain down to about the 33.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Ryan gets this one to Hill.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Bit of a surprise they ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field diving to grab it? No, he didn't. On 3rd down, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 8 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
2nd down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
To throw on 3rd down. Ryan over the middle to Smith. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 10. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Brings up
the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, it's Carson, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
This is Carson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on 2nd and 16, Wilson. His throw incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's Wilson. He goes right back to Metcalf, this time complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
A throw complete to Dorsett. A gain of 6 there on first.
Complete.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
At the 33-yard line.
Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
56. Hey, replay. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Push him back.
Here's Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
56. Check 56. Watch the twist.
They'll run it with Hill. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Tuesday. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Rip right. 56 to Mike. 56.
Here's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? Base. Go now. 57. Mike, 57. Hey.
Hey, Mike. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Come on. You better bring it.
Now Ryan. Johnson with a completion over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play, it's 4th down.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Check.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Check 26.
Here we go with Hill. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Check 31.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
The ball carrier.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
Ryan Hill, the ball.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56. Rip left. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Hill one more time. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 28. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And that is no good. And that changes everything here in OT. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.